Was wondering your confidence level in the 58-yard field goal to win the game for you after a false start penalty pushed you guys back. And then if you could take us through a couple plays, your 20-some-yard run to set up that field goal to put you in OT, and then the pass to Tyreek, the touchdown, the long one.
As far as the field goal, I had 100% confidence in Butker every time he's on the field. And then the runs, the run, obviously 3rd and 20. At that time when I took off running, I was more worried about trying to get in field goal range to get Butker to be able to tie the game. But then I was able to get the first down, and we were almost able to kind of put a touchdown in there before regulation ended. And then the throw to Tyreek was a play that we had game planned for. We wanted to run it earlier in the game, but we couldn't get to the right situation to run it. And so we were able to get it off, and I just put it out there as far as I can on the run, and Tyreek made a heck of a catch in double coverage.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Pat, it seemed like early you were just under a ton of pressure. I'm wondering how you managed, especially early in the game and then carrying especially into the fourth quarter, how you managed to get comfortable and start to see some runs and really pull this thing out.
Early in the game, especially that first quarter, I think I just wasn't playing up to par. There was stuff there. We had throws there, and I just wasn't making the right read, or I was making bad throws. And then as the game went on, I mean that D line is going to get through. I mean they have great players over there. And after I got hit a couple of times, it kind of settled me back in, and I was able to find a way at the end of the game to put up enough points to get the win.
Let's go next to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
Patrick, you've been a young starter before. You look across and you see what Herbert did today. What do you think about what his first game looked like?
I mean, he played his tail off, man. I mean, he really did. Our defense shows a lot of different coverages, a lot of different looks, and for him to be able to move the ball down the field and get points on the board, I mean, I thought he did a great job. I kind of joked with him. I was like, just maybe protect yourself on some of those runs. But, I mean, he ran the ball well. He threw the ball well, and it was a heck of a first start for him.
Let's go next to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
On some of those runs, was there something specific they were doing defensively that kind of opened that up for you? Was that just a matter of nobody's open, I got to go do this?
No, I mean they were playing coverage. I think it was just they were playing coverage. They were getting depth, and our offensive line was giving me time, but they were getting so depth that we couldn't find ways to get open. And so the thing about them playing coverage and being so deep is that they don't have a guy for me, and so I was able to run and get some yards downfield. And so it's just trying to find whatever way to win. I think that's the biggest thing. Teams are going to stay back and guard our receivers. I'm about to find ways with my feet to make stuff happen.
Let's go next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Patrick, congratulations on the win. When it comes to how you were playing in the first half, you mentioned this a little bit, but then not to play the cleanest game, but to still come out with a victory and a tough one in overtime. What does it say about your team to come through without the clean game and then to still get that with W?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, obviously we didn't play the way we wanted to play, but to find a way to win. I think that when you get to the playoffs or when you get to later in the season and in trying to make these runs, not every game's going to be a blowout. Not every game you're going to be winning the whole entire game. There's going to be difficult situations. I mean, there's great football players all around this league. And so we have to find a way to win no matter what adversity hits us and no matter what situation we're in the game.
Let's go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick, just to go back to that Tyreek play, kind of two parts on that. First of all, is there ever a time where it computes through your head that you're wondering, can I make this throw? I mean, if it's 55 yards, you're on the run. Do you just have sort of no doubt that you can make that throw? And second of all, how much do you feel like that sort of opened things up for you guys? Because you guys certainly offensively were moving the ball much better after that play.
Yeah, I think we kind of found a rhythm there at the end of the game to where we were able to move the ball and find ways to get the ball down the field and take shots when they were there. I think the best thing with these guys, when you have Tyreek, McCole, D-Rob, and Sammy, is it's almost if I throw the ball further than those defenders, I mean they're gonna get there. And so that's what I'm trying to do: put it out there, let those guys make plays. And Tyreek made it. I mean, it was a good throw, but he made a heck of a catch running over his shoulder like that with the angle the ball was coming.
Got time for a couple more. Let's go Sarin and then Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Sarin.
Patrick, you're always an emotional guy, right? And you know, we can see you getting excited and everything, but we can also see you getting frustrated. And it seemed like there were a lot of times that, you know, and it speaks, as it's already been said, to win on a day like when you guys aren't at your best. That's the sign of a champion. But was this maybe the most frustrating you've felt, maybe the most frustrated you've been in your career?
I don't know about in my career. I mean, I've been frustrated at certain times in games, but I think I was so frustrated at the beginning of the game because I knew it was just me that was killing the team. I mean, guys were getting open. The line was giving me enough time, but I wasn't making the throws in the right spots. And so I take that upon myself. I have to find a way to start better, not put ourselves in a hole like that. And so it's not so hard at the end of the game.
Let's finish with Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Patrick, just wanted to ask you the idea of waiting for your moments, being patient, like you mentioned last week. Just what does it say that you were able to do that and still make the moment happen with obviously Tyreek? And then secondly, because you have Harrison and because of confidence, how much does this add to the dynamic of the offense where you don't feel like you have to necessarily take risks because you know you have security in your field goal kicker?
Yeah, the first part, I think just being able to attack and be able to take advantage of the moment. I think we did a good job of that late in the game, and we were able to find ways to score and get us back in that game and to where we got to overtime and then found ways to get it down the field. And I think having Harrison, I mean, it's special. I mean, obviously in overtime in that situation, you're trying to score. You want to score a touchdown. But knowing that at the same time of trying to score, when we kind of got in that second and long, I was like, if I can just get it to around the 40, he's going to make it. And I have full confidence in that. I mean, it's something that is truly special and gets underlooked. But when it comes to times like these, those are the moments that win you football games.